Shalom Aleichem, everyone. We're continuing Hachsteg's learning of the Pele Yoetz. Today is day number 5 in the second round, and we are in a new chapter called Vidui, Confession. Vidui tzarich lizar b'midei amru oisei. A person has to be very careful every time that they say Vidui, they make the confessional for the sins that they've committed. Now, the Ashkenazim really only say Vidui on the Yom Neroyim time, Yom Kippur, of course. We say it also during Slichos, and Slichos throughout the year as well. But the Sfardim and the Hasidim, Nusach Sfard and Sfard, they say Vidui every single day, Shachris and Mincha. So it sounds, again, the Pele Yoetz is Sfardi, so that must mean that he's holding that every day that a person says Vidui, this is the way they're supposed to approach it. You have to be zohir, you have to be very careful when you say it. Not even one time should you say it without great humility. Kfifas rosh, and your head bent over. Ubekol boichim, and a voice that is crying. Ubedem alev, your heart shedding tears. Al menash lekisa, in order that you should not return to your foolishness. If you say vidui in the right way, says the Pele Yoetz, then you'll do tshuva, and then you will not return to your foolish ways. But if the vidui is just lip service, and you're just saying, I'm sorry, forgive me, I should not have done it, but there's no real kavanah, there's no hachna, there's no humility behind it, then it's not going to work, and then a person will return to their foolish ways. And when a person is lacking these conditions of their vidui, you're missing all the good, and you're left over with the ra, with the evil. What a chutzpah a person has, and such a brazenness. It's such a disgrace, and maybe even worthy of being disgraced as a result of this. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu gets upset as well, and he takes vengeance. Hakriveu vidui zeh, because he says, Hakriveu vidui zeh lepechasecha, elish kamecha, hayirtzecha, ayisa panecha. Would you come and apologize to a person in such a way? If you did something wrong to somebody else, you would say, oh, please forgive me, and not really mean it. If you really pained somebody, you really hurt somebody, you would certainly go. And now you're coming to me, the Rebbe says, and you're giving me lip service. Oh, I feel so bad. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, Hashem, it's a disgrace to me and to yourself that you can say such a vidui. Woe to the people that cause a disgrace to the Rebbeinu Shalom. If only HaKadosh Baruch Hu would judge us as anusim, that we are held against our will for the things that we do. V'shikorim, like drunkards that are going around doing the things that we do, and that's why we are so lost from the world of Avodas Hashem. Chas v'shalom, meaning if HaKadosh Baruch Hu would judge us carefully, we're gone, we're finished. So hopefully HaKadosh Baruch Hu is having some rachmanis on us, and he says, okay, you're like a shikar, you're like a drunkard. I cannot hold you accountable for everything that you're doing. But our nechama, our consolation is, the truth of the matter is, he knows that we are very small, and we are very tiny, and we are impoverished in our deeds. Nevertheless, although that we are, let's call below average, or below the par of where we could be, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he knows that about us. He knows that we are far away from having the real feelings of charat, of regret for the things that we've done. Nevertheless, says the Pele Yoetz, there's a chayv, an obligation that is incumbent upon us, to put in all of our effort, as much as we can muster up. Hashem then will help us. Maybe it's not natural for you to say vidui. Maybe it's not easy for you to express your regret for the sins that you have done. Maybe you come on Yom Kippur and you hear about all these stories of people that actually cried on Yom Kippur because they felt so bad, and you're wondering, when is that going to happen to me? When, Ribbon Shalom? I'm trying every single year. I'm waiting till one little tear could fall down my cheeks. One. If a person puts in all their effort, says the Pele Yoetz, then they should know, Hashem Elokim Yazur Lana, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to help us. He's going to help us to do the emes of Vidui, the confession and the tshuva. You have to imagine to yourself, you're standing in front of an awesome and a mighty king. Powerful and incredible. Asher ligdulasai ein cheker, his greatness knows no end. And I am like just dust and earth compared to this great king. Please, king, I sinned against you. I did such and such a thing. And every single detail that you mention in your vidui. It would have been better for me to die 1,000 deaths than to anger HaKadosh Baruch Hu even once. Says the Pele Yoetz, you imagine for yourself that you're standing in front of this mighty, awesome king. You imagine you're standing in front of the Rabbi Shalom, all powerful, all knowing, omniscient, nothing holds him back. He can do anything that he wants, and therefore a person should be afraid. HaKadosh Baruch Hu has all the abilities and has to do whatever he would like to do. And therefore, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I can't believe I sinned against you. I can't believe I rebelled against you. And therefore, it would be better if I would have died 1,000 deaths than chas v'chalila. Chas v'chalila, says the Pele Yoetz, that I should anger my Creator even once. You have to think and imagine that you're telling over your tzarasai, your difficulties in front of your Father in heaven. What a terrible thing. I sinned on my soul. A person who's a chayte, a person who sins, who are you hurting? You're hurting the Rabbi Shalom? You can't hurt Hashem. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is invincible. You know what you're hurting? You're hurting yourself, says the Pele Yoetz. You're being cruel to your nefesh, to your neshama. And if a person keeps going and he sins more and more, and it's hard for him to pull his hand away from there, your eyes become darkened from seeing all the terrible things that you have committed. And he doesn't feel bad. And he doesn't even feel bad and cry about his sins. What's going to be? I rebelled against you. I sinned against you. I'm hurting and damaging my own nefesh, my neshama, my soul. And I don't even see. I don't even realize. And therefore think, I'm coming and I'm turning to you for help, Hashem. Who can I tell this to? Surely all this pain that I have, on the past sins that I've done, on the sins that I'm doing right now. I'm running away from you. I'm so scared about what I did. Let me hide from your anger underneath your wings, Hashem. The pain of my soul is towards you. Agid, I will tell, ki atu menas chelki, you are my portion in this world. At the Torah Neri, you will enlighten my candle, v'sagia chashki, and you will bring light to my darkness. Says the Pele Yoetz, this is the way that a person does vidui. I'm standing in front of Hashem, Melech Malchem Elohim. He does it all. He knows it all. He can do anything. And with help from Shemayim, with help from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, then we will be able to be machniya, humble ourselves, feel the real charata, the real regret for the things that we did wrong, apologize properly, and in that way, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will take us back. All the best.